what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. How you doing? Today is February 8th, and I know I do these on Saturday. I know. I had some stuff to do yesterday and didn't have a recording, so I just waited. And then I got home, and my family was like, I was like, I got to do my show. And my family was like, nah, you hanging out with us. So we watched some movies. We watched some TV shows. We had fun. We had a really good dinner too. So you got to do that, man. You got to hang out with your family. Had a really good coaching session around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to next week Dave and the rest of the Strat Warriors. That was a good coaching session. It was a coaching / macro vid, okay? / macro vid. And so go check out thestratsoldier.com. I have a one-on-one slot that is probably going to get taken for Thursday. And go check out the execution course, all right? That's where I teach you the first universal truth actionable signals, all right? There's two more: time frame continuity and broadening formations. You need all three to be able to trade the strat effectively. I see people out here, talking about they trade the strat and they teach the strat, and then you watch them and they're like, nah, you're just talking about actionable signals, or you're just talking about trading the scenarios, the strat scenarios. There's a lot more to the strat than just that, all right? It really is. There really is. So they end up, they end up just showing, one screen, and honestly, it looks like ICT, But I only say that not to bash other people or anything like that. I'm just saying, you need all three universal truths to trade the strat. All right, you need all three. What's going on? Dub Jones is in the house. What's going on, Dub Jones in the house. Sunday, I know. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Should be Saturday. I love doing these on Saturday, but had some stuff going on. Yes, you're right. Family first. Got to do family first. Let's see. We could look at what happened on Twitter last week if you guys are into that. Last week was a little messy, all right? Lots of downside action, and then all of a sudden, right back up on Friday, all right? And some people are calling it a dead cat bounce. Some people are saying, a relief bounce. We know the price cannot bounce, all right? Price can't bounce. It doesn't have a mass. It doesn't have, it's not a physical thing, so I cannot bounce. But we did have a 2-2 reversal back up on Friday. Let's see if anything funny happened in Twitter land. I got a few minutes. We'll come back. All right, we're in Twitter land. Shout out to Samuel Adams and Marlon B. Hopefully they'll be in here in just a second. Why time frame continuity matters. That's a good video. All right, I posted that one. Go check that one out. Check that out. Time frame continuity matters. All right, we're looking at the month, the week, the daily, and the 60s. Okay. Shout out to Justin Davis. Posted a link for Strat lessons. All right, lessons learned in the Strat. Let's see. Shout out. Shout out to J8. He got one of them Strat Soldier coffee mugs coming to him at his house. All right, it'll be in the mail. Let's see. Oh, this is funny. All right, this was by TrendSpider. It's like, yes, but we're way down here. Like, yeah, but this. Yes, but. That's hilarious. Shout out to Vincent. 2-2 back up on the day. This is what I was talking about. All right, and it did hit magnitude. We'll go look at that. We'll be looking at that here very soon. It did hit magnitude, but it started way down in here. All right, you can take that. All right, you can take that right there on the daily. All right, and it did flip the week and the month back green. All right, not too up on the week, but green. Shout out to Mighty Soldiers. What's going on, man? How you doing, Beach Bum and House? How you doing? Richard Judge, you will be judged. Sheev here with some interesting mother bar problems here. Oof, yeah, all this stuck in all this. Yuck. Yeah, this was me trading. This was me trading QQQ. Got some puts the first hour, and then it went back the other way. All right, had to switch gears. It happens. It happens. Pretty much made my buddy back. We'll go look at that. Not pretty much. I did just make my money back, but it happens. All right. Shout out to John Smith. All right. He's doing good things. All right. And he's just talking about how people get on this app and they're talking about, you know, this trader is better than that trader, and that trader is better than this trader. You know. John's like me. Like, I ain't focused on all that. I'm not focused on that. I'm here to trade, to make money, and create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops, and then help other people. You know what I mean? So I teach other people. So, you know, same thing. You know, I thought that was a really good read from him. Ace had another really good one as well. Options Mike out here. He had a big old futures flat. Oh, okay. It was a lot long. Yeah, show more. That's what it was. Look at this thing. He was like, this is up, this is down. These are doing this, that's doing that. It was a long one. It was a long one. Man, what's he talking about? What's Marlon B talking about? Yeah. Micro strategy. We'll definitely be talking about this one. Jeez, to the lows, near a negative $3 billion loss right now. What's going on? Beach Bum is in the house. How you doing? Well, I love the beach. I love the beach. Let's see. X talking about NVIDIA. Gotti's talking about NVIDIA to the lows. Doing this. All right. I was in NVIDIA. I had to cut that thing. Had to cut NVIDIA. Let's see. 2 down on the month. I'm like, nope, not holding this anymore. Any other funny things going on here? GE never dies. Does it ever die? All right, come on now. Never. GE continuing up. Anything else funny? Shout out to McStratter. Shout out to him. Oh, we're talking about he's talking about Discord links, sorry. That might be it for this week. Not a whole bunch of funny stuff. Usually there's some funny stuff out here. What's going on? People busy hitting buttons. That's what was going on there. People busy hitting buttons. All right, people busy out there taking trades. A lot of things to lows, and then it reversed back up on Friday. So we're going to be looking at charts like that here soon. Dub Jones, Beach Bum. Again, it's Sunday. I know it's Sunday. I got 6 minutes on my intro. Most people come in here on Saturday. I am double fisting it. I got 2 cups of coffee. Goodness gracious. Goodness. Next, I got 1 cup of coffee, 1 cup of cold water. Heck yeah. Like I said, really interesting week. Most things to the downside most of the week. Thursday kind of stalled out, and then Friday right back up. 2-2 reversal. Back up on Friday. We're going to look at that on the charts. I guess I'm still in the intro, so I just want to say, make sure you're looking at all 4 time frames when you're trading. All right, not just one. And then make sure you're using all three universal truths: actionable signals, time frame continuity, broadening formations. This is what's going to keep you from getting stuck in something that is not working anymore. All right. You know, or it's going to, it'll get you out of either jumping in something that's no good. All right. You're like, okay, 2-2 back up. This is going to be great. And then, you know, an hour and a half later, it's going right back down on the lows. And we're like, well, this is not a surprise because it's red on the day, red on the week, red on the month. Where'd you think that was going to go? So look at all four time frames. All right. If you can't see all four because the tier of your subscription or whatever, you can only see two, at least have, you know, a daily and a 60, you know, and then flip it from week and the month. That way you can see what's going on. Okay. See what's going on. Let's go ahead and get into what happened last week in the charts. Let's do it. All right. Here we go. SPY 2 down on the month, but comes back up. All right. Will it get back to all-time highs? It's getting pretty close. All right. We'll see. Doji on the week for next week. Not necessarily 2 up. It is a 2 down, all right? It is a 2 down, all right? This is green, 2 down and green, all right? 2 down and green. So no actionable signal for tomorrow. This is not a hammer. This is not a hammer. It'll probably open up right here at 690.64, all right? 690.64. We are still up in here, all right? So we want to see if we go, I mean, we could continue the highs above 690, 695. We could definitely do that. We still got earnings. All right. This is Friday. That 2-2 reversal back up on Friday I was talking about. It went in force at 683.65 and hit magnitude at 691.41. All right. Good day for that. And then look at your 60s. All right. Look at the 60-minute charts. No reason to get out. No reason to get out. So yes, you could take that reversal right there on the daily. 2-2 reversal back up, and then just watch your 60s. All right. If you're not into that, you're like, wait a minute, I need to see if this is real. You can drop down to the 30-minute. Get right there. There's your inside bar. There's an inside bar right there. I'm sorry. Goes in force at 10:30 right at the flip at 685.81 to the highs. All right, now you're in there. All right, that's how you do that. What's going on, Aunt James? What's up? When using the Strat, why do we use the monthly, weekly, daily, and the 60 time frame? Are the other days time not worth it? Okay, so these are the major time frames in the Strat: the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. All right, monthly, it shows what's happening all month, who's adding, who's created, added to, or cut their positions on the month. Same thing on the week. All right, these are weekly charts. All right, each one of these bars is another week. Daily is what's happening, while the week is progressing. And then the 60-minute. The 60-minute, the reason why we look at the 60-minute is because that's when the pits change in Wall Street. And that's also where a lot of economic data comes out, and then the algorithms. That's when the algorithms change, is at the bottom of the hour. Okay, these are the basics. Right, these are the basics of 4 major time frames that we're looking at. Now the Strat does work on any time frame. All right, so you'll have people like 8x trades day. I say what I do see is when there's no actionable signals on the month, the week, the day, or the 60, you know what I mean? There's no actionable signals on the major time frames. You'll have people like 8x, who's been on the weekend shift. You'll see him go look at 3-day charts, or or 3-week charts. He'll look for actionable signals on different time frames that necessarily aren't, that are in between these major ones. And that's okay, because the Strat works on any time frame. All right. You could be, Instead of 15-minute charts, you could be looking at 12-minute charts. That's fine. All right. 12-minute charts. What the most important thing, you could be looking at 6-minute charts. The most important thing is that you look at multiple time frames, all right? Not just one, all right? I don't just get in here like, all right, I'm going to trade the 2-day and that's it. And you only got the 2-day up. You need to be looking at what's happening, the bigger picture, all right? What's happening in the bigger picture. So that's why we look at monthly, weekly, daily, and the 60. All right. The other ones are worth it. You can work the other ones. That's fine. The strat works on any time frame. All right, but you gotta know the basics first. Okay. Dub Jones says, I personally use the 3-month, the month. So he uses the quarter, the month, the week, and the day. I like to swing trade options through for weeks at a time. Wow. Very good. Very smart. That's good looking at those macro charts as well. You know, I was just talking about that on the coaching session. Merck, for example, hammer and force on the year. Okay, I don't have to jump around. I know I can just stay in Merck. But that's why. That makes sense. That makes sense, Aunt Jane. Let me know. Dow Jones, full time frame cutting to the upside when I'm waiting on an answer on that. All right. QQQ did go shooter and force to the downside. Here's your days, and then 2-2 reversal back up on Friday. What happened to me on Thursday? All right, I'm shorting this thing. All right, yes, fantastic. Then had to change gears, go back the other way. All right, this ended up being a loser. All right, because I'm waiting for this thing to say, okay, well, you know, let's see if this thing comes up, comes back down. It did not. All right. Actually, looking at the 30-minute, you can see that. I'm like, all right, let's see if it comes back down. 3-1, you know. All right, here we go. 2-1-2 back down. We're good. Then it comes back down a little bit, and then starts going back up. I'm like, nope, gotta cut it. Gotta cut it. So I had to cut that thing, and then went back the other way. Got some calls, made my money back, and then just left it alone for the rest of the day. And then it sold back down. You know, didn't quite get back down here where it would have been in profit anyway. But so I'm glad I got out of that. But then the next day to the highs. All right, the very next day to the highs. So that happens. That happens. The good thing is I didn't just sit there and stare at it. I didn't just sit there and go, oh, the strat doesn't work. Look at this, I'm getting wrecked. You know, I'd cut it, go back the other way, make my money back, you know, show that resiliency, make that money back, go back the other way, and live to fight another day. He said, Ant said, yep, thank you, sir. Yeah, no problem, no problem. RSP, S&P 500 equal weighted. 312 back up on the week. Fantastic. All right, 312 back up. That was great. All right. Full time frame cut due to the upside. This is at all-time highs. Russell, small crappers. We used to call them small crappers, but you know, now they're doing pretty good. 2-2 reversal back up on Friday. All right. So now we're looking for a 2-2 reversal back up on the week above. 265.59. Honestly, if that goes in force, it's going to hit that first one immediately. So let's see what they do on the second one at 271.46. Okay. UVXY, all right, did go up, 2-2 back down on Friday. Yes, you can be shorting these. If the rest of the market continues up, you can be shorting this here, okay? And then for the people that don't want to trade QQQ or SPY straight up, you can drop down to TQQQ and work it that way. SPXL, 2-2 back up on the day, work it that way. Buy some shares, or they do have options on these as well. But buy some shares at 219.38. All right, ends at 225.80. Okay, 80. Let's go to let's speed this up just a little bit. Let's go to multi-view here in TrendSpider. If you are looking for some trading software based on where the Strat is built into the trading software, go check out TrendSpider. Hit the link in the description. XLK 2-2 reversal back down, all right, coming back up, all right. It also did, this is not necessarily this is not a hammer, all right, so it's probably going to open up inside weak, but took out all these lows here, all right. Didn't quite get down in here, but you know, that was good. XLU scenario 3 on the week, took out the highs and the lows. Doji on the week. XLE full time frame continued to the upside, all right. XLE not caring what any of the rest of the market's doing. Labu Doji on the week. XLV healthcare inside on the week for next week, all right. Let's see what they want to do here. Do they want to keep going to the highs? Retail 2-2 reversal back up on the week, and I got something to show you on that. That thing is hammer in force on the year. Interesting. Shaking my head, semiconductors did take them down, took out this low, started coming back up. And then consumer staples to the highs, not caring, not giving a crap what the rest of the market's doing, all right. All-time highs, all right. XLP, Walmart, Hershey's, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Come on now, come on. So what do we actually have actionable signals on for next week? Okay, we have healthcare, inside bar, healthcare, and that's it, really. That's the only one that has actionable signals on the week, is healthcare for that sector. So what we want to do is go to that sector and then find everything that has actionable signals in there. Marlon B's in the house. TQQQ and SQQQ are great. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Love them. Love them. Easy to trade. All right, easy to trade. So hopefully that, hopefully that makes sense to you, okay? All right. The only actionable signal for next week is healthcare. All right. Now we might get, tech might, we still have earnings. Tech might do something. All right. XLE might continue to the highs. All right. Consumer staples could continue to the highs. So there's no reason to get out of that. But if you're looking for ways to get in there, you know what I mean? To get in on what's happening, it's easier to do that with actionable signals. Again, looking for hammers, shooters, inside bars. He says, I'm looking at AVGO gold. Dub Jones says, looking at AVGO gold, Starbucks signals for next week. All right, we're going to get into that in about 2 minutes. We'll be looking for actionable signals for next week. Let's flip back over. So here, all right, healthcare kind of trading sideways. All right, let's see if they can take that above 157.80, 157.81. Now there's not a lot of magnitude here. All right, it could go to 158.36. The next chart, the next target after that is 159.20. All right. So all these bars, we got some other bar problems happening right here. All these bars are stuck in this right here, okay? So we need to understand that we got some mother bar problems here, all right? We got to be careful, but we still want to see what's in there, okay? Inside on the month, all right? Inside on the month. We can go down, let's go down real quick on what happened in last week on the watch list for the weekend shift last week, all right? And then even if you didn't take these signals, or you're trying to decide whether the strat works or not, honestly, look at what happened, all right? Look at our actionable signals, what worked and what didn't work. That's the most valuable part of that little segment, all right? So let's go through it real quick. Let's do it. All right, XLV, excuse me, IQV. I'm just saying letters. Holy crap. All right, shooter in force on the week. All right, it went in force at 228.32 and then dropped. All right, I don't even see any gaps on this thing. All right, it just dropped. All right, here's shooter in force on the month. Took out all these guys. All right, so that definitely was a win for us. All right, win. Tesla. We got some leftovers here now forming a hammer, but it did go to 2-2 continuation down, or now forming a hammer. We'll leave it on the chart. Amazon earnings not that great at all. All right, shooter in force on the week. We knew something was setting up here. Gap down. All right, another gap down. Look at your money flow index just reconfirming. They said take my money out of this now. Now, Amazon could get a 2-2 reversal back up next Monday, but will it get all the way back up to 226? I mean, that would be really interesting. But right now, no actionable signal on that. All right, nothing there that says, hey, that's what it's going to do. All right, so take that off the list. ALC, now this is messy. All right, it's been trading sideways. Now a hammer, 2-on-2 down. Check out these guys. Now a hammer on the week above $80.13. The magnitude is 82.03. We'll see what they want to do with ALC. We'll leave it on there. URA 2-2 back down. Took out these guys. All right, no actionable signal for tomorrow. Excuse me, today's Sunday, so for tomorrow, for next week. Airbnb 2-on-2 down. All right, taking out all these guys. All right, not even any gaps. All right, to the lows. Airbnb, awesome. ILMN 3-1-2 down, perfect. 3 scenario 3 inside bar 2 down below 143.11. All right, to the lows, taking out all these guys. All right. All right, 2-2 reversal back down on the month. So you want to put that on your 2 down on the month list. All right, so you know when the markets go to the lows, you can go look at ILMN and see if it's still doing that. ACAM, hammer. I was talking about this in the coaching session, but now hammer, counter, shooter, actionable signal here. Okay, let's see if that goes above $89.10. The magnitude is 105.16. All right, so ACAM. This would be a lot easier to say this is going to go back to the highs if this was already 2 up on the month, but it's not. All right, so we're just going to be watching and see what that does. All right, leftovers for next week. ANET, same thing. Hammer, counters, shooter. All right, so if this goes in force above 143.26, the magnitude is 151.73. All right, 151.73, and if this goes in force and goes beyond it, something like this, these bars will become an outside bar of these bars. Okay, of this bar actually. These bars will become an outside bar of that bar. All right, a little compound scenario 3 action right there. Okay, so let's see what they want to do with ANET. Leftovers, AMD to the lows, 2-1-2 down, getting wrecked. No actionable signal for next week. Take it off the list. APH 3-2 down. That was a win. No actionable signal for next week. I'm telling you, a lot of these downside signals did work. AVGO, we got Dub Jones looking at AVGO. Now hammer on the week. Let's see if what they want to do above 339.66. All right, that first target is 345.57. The second one after that one's 359.73. Okay, so let's see what they want to do there. MU to the lows, didn't really go that far down, but some profit taking there. We're almost done. Seems like a lot, but Bank of America 2-2 reversal back up on the week. That was good, and then Friday you had a little more to get in there and make some more. Okay, that was a good add on Friday. PG Momo Hammer back up on the week. That one worked. Not sure why I colored this one red. Should have been green. So that was my bad. Nvidia to the lows. All right, now forming a hammer on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above 190.31. The first target is 194.68. Okay. Target 2-2 reversal back up. Hammer in force. That went in force above 108.85. All right. No actionable signal for next week. BG snarrow 3 on the week. Took out the highs and the lows. DGX 212 back up. That was a win. DVA, super good win. All right, there was a gap up, so you had to find a way back in. Like, here's a good reversal right here. 2 down, 2 up above 132.26 to keep going. And but yeah, DVA taking them all out. All right, LH 212 back up, doing great there. HPE 2 back up on the week. Keys full time frame continues back up to the upside. Nice 2-2 reversal back up on the day. We're actually looking for that to go down because of that shooter, but hey, it's fine. GE 212 back up on the week. That was good. The reason why I'm taking these off the list because there's no actionable signal for next week. Okay. INTC 2-2 back up. JP Morgan 212 back up. Didn't quite hit the second target, but it was a nice Friday right there. Okay. Walmart full time frame continue the upside, hammer in force on the week. All right, really good. I see the chat rolling. Give me a second here. BK 212 up. Dow Jones, not Dow Jones. Sorry, Dow Incorporated hammer in force on the week. That went in force above $28.57. Ended at 31.78. COPX 2 down on the week, didn't do much. Microchip, we'll leave it on here, all right, because it is shooter on the week. See if that goes in force below $73.71. Visa 2 up on the week. We're looking for that to go down. It did not. And then the last one from last week. Western Digi back to the highs. All right, back to the highs. We're looking for that profit taking. It did not do that. All right, that's important to know. We don't get in early. Okay, that's important to know. So we got some leftovers for next week. Let's get in the tank and look for some actionable signals, some more actionable signals. All right, let's do that. All right, we in the tank now. All right, so what we are looking for is more actionable signals for next week. Someone said, give me Abbott. Man, ABT, you got to be careful with this one. Oop, wrong one. ABT, Abbott. You got to be careful with Abbott because it's just chopping around, all right? It's just chopping around. So yeah, we do have a Momo hammer for next week. Let's see. They want to take that above 111.05. The magnitude is 122. If this was a lot closer to going like at least inside on the month, way up in here, or at least higher, closer to taking out the highs, I'd have been like, yeah, this could be good. All right, but it's, you know. If you like ABT, that's fine. All right, but me personally, I'm not into this one. Not liking it. But you can take it if you want it. All right. And see that little dollar sign down there in the chat. Let me see if I can do this. I always mess this up. So let's see if I can do it. Hold on. All right, there it is. See this guy right down here? Hit that super chat button. There's some little ones in there. There's some big ones in there. If you, the rule is if you use that super chat button, I stop what I'm talking about and talk about what you want to talk about. All right, talk about what you want to talk about. So, someone said, give me Starbucks. If you have other stocks you want to look at, put them in the chat. Time to do that right now. Put them in the chat, okay? So Starbucks, possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week. I'd rather see this as a hammer, all right? Above 199.76, the magnitude is 104.66. Looking at the broadening formation on the month, it is coming back up out of the ashes, man. All right. Well, honestly, I want to keep looking at hammers, shooters, inside bars, but I'll put it on there for you. Starbucks, all right? It is coming back up, all right? We wanted to look at healthcare, what kind of healthcare stuff we got here, because it's inside on the week. Remember, inside on the week. Do got some motherboard problems. We do have motherboard problems, so we want to be careful. No. ABV, nope. AbbVie. Looking for those inside weeks. Now, we could just use a scanner, but this could be a way to find some other actionable signals in healthcare on the week that we would like. Bristol Myers, wow, Bristol Myers going back up to the highs. All right, BSX to the lows, getting murdered. All I'm doing is hitting the down button, all right, hitting the down button. We do have a hammer on COO. Let's see if that goes in force above $82.28. The magnitude's 83.90. Not a lot, but it gives us something to look at. DGX. Momo shooter on DHR. EU. All right, Humana. Wow, Humana to the lows. My goodness. All right, there's that broadening formation on the month. All right, this is why this is important. Test the highs, test the lows. All right, try to see if they can get it up here, but then they couldn't. All right, Humana continuing to the lows. You want to stay away from Humana if you're trying to go long. There is a hammer on IDXX if you're into something like this. It goes in force above 660. The magnitude's 707.10. That's a $600 stock. I don't know. I see the chat. Hold on. I see the chat. Beach bum. Do you think we will get at least one more crypto dump early this week before Trump pump? Trump pump. What do you mean Trump pump? What do you mean Trump pump? Alt said, give me Apple. All right. Ant said, give me Apple. Aunt Jane. Will we get another crypto dump? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if we'll get another dump. All right. They've been taking out all these lows. All right. They've been taking them all out. I think I can look at these. That's a DVX. Yeah, I'm not sure. What's the Bitcoin ticker? We can look at the BTC ETF, but yeah, they just been taking them down. So I mean, they could keep dropping. Uh-oh, we got a super chat in the house. What's going on? Thank you so much, Marlon B. He said, give me these signals. He said, stop messing around. Give me some signals. He said, give me Marvell. All right, 2 down on the month, but it is coming back up green. We got some old stuff on the charts. Let's take that off so we can see what's going on. What's the broadening formation on the week look like? A little bit in the middle. All right, a little bit in the middle, but we do have a hammer on the week. All right, hammer on the week. That's awesome. Let's see if that goes in force above $81.06. The magnitude is $85.54. That will definitely take that into this level of reclaim right here. Let's make it blue, so it's not standing out too much. We want to know it's there, but all right. And if it gets through that, we know that we could be talking to $94.24. All right, that could be great. That could be awesome. All right, that could be great. So let's see what they want to do there. I like that. I like that a lot. Good one right there, Mother B. That's what I'm talking about. All right, that's a good one. Hammer. All right. A hammer on the week. He said, give me APX. I did see that Apple out there. I forgot about you, but let me get to APX. Marlon B used that super chat. American Express insight on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above 361.13, or if it drops below 347.37. All right. If it goes 212 back up above 361.13, that could be great. All right. Back to the highs, right? Someone said, he also said, give me AI. Is anybody making money on AI? We'll see. 322 back up, possible 322 back up. All right. This is good too. I talked about this in the coaching session, lining up actionable signals with scenario threes. Okay. So we have a hammer. When we know that goes in force above $11.77. And the magnitude is $14.01. All right. Lining up actionable signals with scenario threes, because we know this is a broadening formation on a smaller time frame. They tested the lows. Now they could be testing the highs. Okay. All right. Love it. Very good one. That's how we do it. He also said, give me NVTS. NVTS. I like to see this a lot closer to 2 up on the month, but it is hammer on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above. Make it yellow. $9.11. Oops. All right, $9.11. We don't have a lot here, but the magnitude is $10.37. That could be really good for someone that is a small account trader. All right. I see the chat rolling. I see it. But I like that hammer on the week. Thank you so much for small accounts. He actually said that too. That's awesome. Thank you, Mohammed. He said, and NVTS for the small account traders. All right. Double fisting the coffee cups. Ant, I know Ant. All right. Ant said, give me Apple. He's like, hey, come on, man. Give me Apple. Come on. Give me Apple. Apple. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. What do we want to do with this? Come on now. Say it. We want to put it on the 2 up on the month list, okay? It's already there. Let me take it off the 2 down on the month list, because that's where I had it. But now 2 up on the month, all right? Why 2 up on the month? That way when the market goes to the highs, I can go to my watch list and go to, okay, here the market's going to the highs. Let me go to the stocks that I already know buyers are already in, okay? 2 up on the month. So right now, Apple. No actionable signal for next week, all right? But you can find a way back in there. Find a reversal on the daily chart, or even on the 60-minute chart to get in on what's going on the week and the month. All right, this one on the month just triggered, all right, at 220, 277.64. The magnitude is 289.23. All right. All right. Apple trying to get back to all-time highs. All right. Apple, one of the best ones out of all the tech stocks right now. All right. Honestly, the tech has been just getting wrecked. Tech has been getting wrecked. Oh, you're watching me at work. That's awesome. That is awesome. Watching me at work. That's pretty cool. What's up, Jay? Jay's back. How you doing? ACHR 2-2 reversal back up on the day. Let me see here. Hammer on the week. All right. Hammer on the week. Again, this is 3-2 down on the month. All right. I'd rather see this thing. I'd rather see it 2 up on the month. That lets me know the buyers are really in there. But this could mean, all right, the sellers got what they wanted. They're like, okay, we're done. We're done selling this thing. It's time to go back the other way. Okay. That could definitely mean that. All right. So let's see if that goes in force above $7.39. The magnitude's $8.63. All right. $8.63. We'll put it on the watch list. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So let's continue down. Healthcare, looking for those signals. Again, we could just go ahead and just like jotty job. Full-time frame kind of the upside. Of course, we can just get on a scanner and scan for inside bars. But you learn a lot of what's happening in a sector. Just by going down to all the stocks in that ETF, okay? You do, and you might find some opportunities in other ones as well. Is that inside bar? PRGO inside bar on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above $14.82. The magnitude's $15.34. All right, I see gold. Region scenario 3. Almost done. Let me click down the rest of these. Skyworks, Striker 3-1. All right. Is it going to go above 371.81 for 312 up, or 355.16 for 312 down? All right. What's it going to do? Honestly, look like it's wanting to go to the downside, but it's also stuck in all this. Ugh. You might want to skip that one. You might want to skip it. Oops. Inside bar. Nope. I thought I saw it inside bar. No, I did not. Almost done here. Inside bar on what? All right, let's see if that goes above 389.74 or below 369.11. Probably going to go to the lows, honestly. A lot closer to go to the lows. So not a lot of actionable signals on healthcare, even though it's inside on the week. Not a lot of signals out of that. All right. Well, we got some. All right, we got some. That's good. I don't want to make this too big. All right. He said, "Give me gold." Dub Jones said, "Come on, man, give me gold." GLD. Give me gold. All right, gold. There's that scenario 3. Shooter. All right, so let's see if we go 322 back up above 464.42. The magnitude is 509.44. Okay. All right, let's see what they want to do there. All right, let's see if 322 back up. All right, 322 back up. Let me take these flags off of here. If you guys watch me throughout the week, if you join the Strat Warriors or the Weekend Shift crew here on YouTube, you get daily videos of what's happening throughout the week, okay? What's happening throughout the week. That way, oh geez, am I taking these off? Wrong button. Wrong button. I flagged these, all right? What's green, what's red, okay? All right, so I'm gonna have to go back and add those. Dang it. I got caught up. I'll have to go back and look at that and see what I did. I like deleted 4 of them off of there on accident. All right. I don't think there's a go back button. I don't think there is. Shoot. I got excited. Crap. All right, I got excited. So if you have a TrendSpider imported and you have the weekly watch list imported into yours, yours is changing right now. I'll have to add those ones. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the tape and put those ones back on there. I accidentally deleted. Oh man. Disney. Someone said, "Give me Disney." All right, Disney. I'll show you something on Disney. Disney. All right. Possible 3-2 up on the year. Let's see if we get above of 124.16. The magnitude on that is 161.39. If they really want to start taking Disney back to the highs on the year, but so far, Disney possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week above 109.14. The magnitude is 113.14. So it could be starting, this could be a way to start working back to the other side. What's the broadening formation look like? Kind of, just kind of chop around sideways. So this could be a way to start getting through here, okay? Let's see if we get the 117.31. Okay, start getting back through all of this. Honestly, I like to see hammers, shooters, inside bars, but I'll put that on there for you. It is a possible 2-2 back up tomorrow. Yeah, Dub Jones said, just rewatch the video. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh, such a knucklehead. I got busy. I was like, yeah, take it off. I just hit the word remove. I didn't even read it. What are you doing? I didn't even read it. The stock market map for last week, lots of red. Lots of red, but then we see some green coming back up. Again, this is showing Friday. Some things coming back up. All right. Make sure you're using all 4, all 4 time frames. Make sure you're looking at them right, and make sure you're looking at all 3 universal truths. All right. Actionable signals, time frame continuity, broadening formations. All right. It'll keep you out of trouble. Marlon B says, I trade IAU instead of GLD. Okay, let's see what IAU looks like. IAU gold shares. All right. ETF going on here. ETF action, same signal. 322 back up above $94.79. The magnitude is 104.42. We'll put that on the list. Dollar Tree. I was talking about Dollar Tree on coaching section. All right, Dollar Tree. Insight on the week. All right, let's see if that goes above 125.21. The first target is 129.75. The second one after that's 140. It is shooter on the month. All right, so we got to be careful. But Dollar Tree is also 212 back up on the year. Let's see if that re-triggers at 132.60. All right, the magnitude on that is 151.27. So on the year, it's looking a lot better on the year. If they really want to start getting them going, all right, the year. So, Dollar Tree, very good. Holla for $1. Jay said, give me ALAB. ALAB. Yeah, possible 2-2 back up to next week above 170.60. The first target's 176. The second one after that one's 189.57. So, yeah. You could be in that. That's a good one. NBIS. Nibis. It is hammer on the little bit of a doji, but possible 2-2 back up on the week above $91.78. The magnitude is 102.33, but it is 2 down on the month, so be careful here. If it does not work, get out of that, all right? If it doesn't work, get out of that thing. Marlon B said, you're welcome. Oh, yeah, Dub Jones. Marlon B talking to each other said, thank you so much, all right? So let me go ahead and update this one more time. All right, so lots of healthcare. We got some tech in here. We got some gold. All right, some retail. All right. Again, it was all based on the only broader average that has an actionable signal on the week, which is healthcare. Okay, and then we had some leftovers on the weekly chart from last week. All right. You're welcome. So give me Tesla. Oh yeah. I thought we'd already talked about Tesla. Tesla's on the watch list because it has a hammer for next week, right? It does have a hammer above 428.30. The magnitude is 446.0. No. It goes in force above 428.76. The magnitude is, all right, 445.39. Okay. All right. So, all right, it is 2 down on the month though. Okay, so be careful. It is 2 down on the month. It could just go to crap. Be careful there. Okay, be careful. So here's your weekly watch list one more time. I'll put this out on Twitter. Okay, I'll go back and find those ones I deleted. I deleted like 3 or 4 of them. Man, moving too fast. All right, let me get out of this tank. Woo! Now I got helmet hair. All right. Thank you guys for being here. This was fun. Yes, the Super Bowl's tonight. Marlon B says, enjoy the game. Super Bowl's tonight. Make you some, even if you don't watch the football, even if you don't like the halftime show, even if you're, just watch it anyway. All right? Watch it anyway. It'll be fun. All right? It'll be fun. It gives you something to talk about on Monday with the rest, with everybody else. Whatever halftime show you want to watch, at least watch one of them so you can talk. All right, have some fun. Make some snacks. Make some football food. All right, and then always go check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out my execution course. Check out the time frame continuity course, and also unlocking broadening formations. If you want everything on the site to include a one-on-one to keep you on track and make sure you're on track with the strat, check out Combat Load. That'll get you everything on the site to include, again, a one-on-one with me to make sure you are on track. All right. Marlon B says he's watching the football game for the commercials and the halftime show. Yep, the commercials are always the best. One of these days we'll have a Strat Soldier commercial on there. I need like $3 million. That's what it is. $3 million for a 30-second commercial. That's what I need. We'll get it. Thank you so much for guys being here. Also, if you watch this whole show and you're like, man, I like what you're talking about, but I don't know anything about the strat or trading, period, check out, again, thestratsoldier.com, and check out the Strat Starter Kit. You get 2 ebooks, Zero to Trading, that'll get you started, and then Hammer in Force. That's one actionable signal that'll get you in on anything that trades, and you get one of these Strat Soldier coffee mugs sent to your house. All right. Again, next week, Dave says, go Patriots. All right. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. He said, you're welcome. You're welcome. He says, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you for being here and all your support. Thank you guys. Check out the membership section here on YouTube. All right. Check that out. You get the Weekend Shift crew and the Strat Warriors. All right. Strat Warriors get a coaching session 1 hour before the Weekend Shift and get all your questions about the strat answered. All right. It's a lot different than just the Weekend Shift. All right. Coaching. So go check that out. All right. That's going to do it for me. All right. You guys have a good weekend. Well, it's Sunday, so the rest of your weekend, have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.